know that that's probably what you're used to seeing and being on the rug, but you don't have to stay down there too long. Ugh. So the word of the day is paint. What do you know about paint? What can you do with paint? What materials or tools do you need to use paint? Pause this video right now and list as many as you can. Stop. I mean really stop right here and right. And go. Welcome back. Good job. I bet you came up with a gazillion answers to my question. So paint is a wet medium. Everybody say wet medium. And it actually changes its state. It changes from wet to dry. That's right, from wet to dry. The consistency of paint can vary. Sometimes it's super wet and liquidy, and sometimes it's really thick. Everybody say thick. That's like the tempera paint we use. But all paint actually comes from something that is dry, and that's called pigment. Everybody say pigment. And pigment is a powder that once we add liquid to, it starts to change its state, and we can now use it, spread it, love it, and make masterpieces. It got me wondering, what other dry materials might I find around my home that I could use to turn into my own paint? Today we're going to do an exploration using materials found at home, but
you need your parents' permission for everything we do in our video today.
pinky promise? Good. So, without further ado, let's go to my kitchen. Hi, so welcome to my kitchen. So I went around snooping for some materials that I could use to try and make paint with. So the first thing that I found was I took my French press and I scooped out some of the grounds. Yum, this smells so good. It's my favorite thing in the world. And I put some in a tiny dish right here. And luckily there was still some liquid over from this morning's coffee, so I just poured that in, so I won't need to add water later. I went and raided my spice rack, and I grabbed some ground cayenne red pepper. I grabbed some chili powder. I grabbed some ground turmeric, that beautiful orange color. Some cinnamon. As you can see, I really love cinnamon. I put cinnamon on like everything. And other things that you might try to use are tea. This is actually a turmeric based tea, like a chai tea. You might even experiment with like a dish soap or another liquid. Most important, whatever you use, you have to have permission to use for this art making material. You're also going to want adult supervision for all of this to help you measure everything out and get it in carefully. So my second grade friends, you might be a little bit more careful using chili powder. Kinder friends, you might not want to use it at all, especially being sensitive to food allergies. Please, please, please be mindful. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And like I said, do this with your parents. Cool. So all you need to do is just take a spoon, I'll borrow this one right here, little teaspoon will do, this one's fancy. And you're going to, for these shakers, I'm actually just going to tap a little in. Now this super cool Van Gogh mug. I'm gonna scoop a little bit of water into each. Hey, so I made it. Can you believe it? I barely can. So I have my tea here that I am not drinking. This is just a cup of water, so I can swish, clean my brush. I also grabbed a paper towel if you have it, or even if you have an old t-shirt, something that you can wipe your brush on. That's really helpful. I've got my cinnamon, turmeric, coffee grounds, and some spicy pepper right over here. I also have a spoon just in case. Now, I actually have an old watercolor set lying around, so I'm gonna borrow the brush from this and take it out. Any brush will do. Remember, this is an exploration. So we're trying to see what materials might we be able to make a painting with. So I'm gonna put these bad boys aside, and let's see, what should I try first? I don't know, I'm really excited. I think I have to go with the coffee first. And here you have it, my little painting exploration. What material might you want to paint with? Remember, you always need parent permission. All you need is an investigative eye, a pantry. You might even try some dirt from outside as well. That could be really interesting. And hey, you might even discover a material I didn't even think of. If you have juice at home, that could work, maybe a soda. So, what are you gonna paint and explore with? I can't wait to see. Remember to take videos, take pictures, and share with me online. See you next week. Bye-bye.